What's going on, YouTube, social media world? It's your boy AnonymousBased, and I'm biggity back with a new reaction video. This time I'm here with something brand new from It's Complicated. But before we get into that, if you're new to the channel, go ahead and give this video a like, share with a couple of your friends. Make sure you follow me on all my social media sites, and if you got something specific, go ahead and drop it in that comment section. So we are here with something brand new from It's Complicated. Shout out to you, big bro. And the name of this video is called Pay to Play. Rules of modern dating and understanding women. Alright, let's go ahead and get into it, man. Yeah, let's see how crazy this one's gonna be. I think this one's gonna be interesting.
Would you agree that sex is something that's shared between two people?
Damn! You're fine as hell!
Why do men have to pay a higher price in order to have access to a shared activity?
Because we gotta take the time to get ready, and we gotta know our value on that.
What do you mean? Because there's also women that have to pay a lot more money on lots of things.
Wait a minute. So if that's the logic, that you need to be paid because of the time you take to get ready, then by that logic, your job needs to pay you extra because you had to clean your uniform and put your uniform on and drive to work. That's your regular job. Your regular job needs to pay you for getting ready too. See how crazy that sounds?
Oh, really? In generic.
Well, I'm saying, like, typically it's expected, like, guys have to kind of, like, approach women, pay for dates. They have to, like, you know, just kind of, like, court women and treat them and buy them dinner.
Because originally, in olden times, they owned us.
And we want to be taken care of, so
Stop the cap.
you kind of just have to get with it or get lost.
Yeah,
Okay,
right.
So wouldn't that mean that women basically dictate the rules?
Stop the cap.
I think that women do dictate the rules at the bottom line of it all, because at the end of the day, every man, for the most part, is going to want that release. So,
Based upon this logic, since men are physically stronger than women, should men be able to take advantage of women physically?
Physically, yes, because we're stronger.
Oh man, come on, bro.
If you see something, why do you say something?
I see safe for my friends.
For my community.
For everyone here. We all have something worth protecting, a why that unifies us. Report suspicious activity to local authorities. If you see something, say something.
Stronger, but like, you mean morally? No.
I mean, not all men are stronger than women. I know some really strong women. And if you're talking about strength, there's physical strength as well as emotional strength. Like, there's so many different types of strength.
Well, specifically, I said physically stronger.
Exactly.
Okay, sorry, I didn't hear that.
But in general, I'm not saying, like, obviously there are exceptions, but in general, you know, most men are stronger than most women. So should men be able to take advantage of women physically?
Oh, definitely not.
So why should women be able to take advantage of men just because they can?
I don't think they should. I never said I agreed with that.
Wouldn't it be taking advantage of men by making them pay a higher price for a shared activity?
Oh.
Yeah, but I guess when it's not something that you're instigating, when it's something that's an overall club or management, it's kind of out of your control.
Why are men subjected to forced compliance?
Oh my God, that's a hard one. Hold on.
Gotcha, bitch!
You know, men are weak at the end of the day, so it's really all up to them. So, what do you want? You want to be celibate, or you're gonna have to cave in at some point to what we want?
So should men exploit women's weaknesses?
I don't think they should, but we do it, and everything should be leveled out, kind of.
Which of the following do you think women find more satisfying? Actually having sex, or knowing that they hold the power by withholding sex?
I mean, some women don't. Some women really. I mean, they really just enjoy their intimacy. But then you do have women that do enjoy the power that comes with it.
Having sex.
Yeah, having sex.
Why will women often withhold sex when men have a stronger biological need for sex than women?
Because it's choice. If you don't want to have sex, why would you have sex?
Like, be accessible all the time. That's not necessarily fair on our part, so we shouldn't.
So are all
have
these
to-
questions?
Okay, so by that logic, since it's not always accessible on their part, and it's not fair, that's why we have more than one. Problem solved.
Just try to get justification like why men do the things that they do.
I think knowing that you hold the power, that's definitely way more relevant, because if you can withhold yourself and control your own urges, then you can really conquer anything, because the want for the thing is more powerful than the getting of the thing. You know what I mean?
Why is sex typically the first thing that's withheld when women don't get what they want?
Uh-oh.
I mean, I can't relate to that personally. I mean, for me, sex is really special. So I guess it's for when I'm ready.
It's the first thing to go away when anything is broken in the relationship. It's the first, the desire to be with you physically goes away. I got that happens to me. If somebody, I'm not arguing with somebody and having animosity toward them and then giving them my love.
Isn't that the same thing as using sex as a weapon against men?
Yes.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
If a man refusing to spend money on a woman turns her off, does a man being coerced to spend money on a woman turn him off?
Oh!
Many men. Oh yeah. They be like, oh no, you ain't pay. I gotta pay for this, and I'm out. I'm out. That's it. That's the last date.
It takes away the feeling that, you know, she wants to be with me for me and not just because I'm paying for dinner or I'm taking her out and spending money on her.
What are your thoughts on the expression, every man pays for sex?
I think every man pays for sex.
Men do pay
In
for sex.
one way or another.
Even if they're in a relationship.
In one way or another.
In some ways, they're paying for sex, you know, whenever they get it.
Don't men use power to get sex while women use sex to get power?
Yes. Yes, 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 yes.
Why do women often claim victimhood by the very thing they use to get power?
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's
man, goddamn.
Gotcha, bitch. You know, because it comes down to the whole advantages of it all, like aggressiveness of it. Sometimes there's so many factors to that, to be honest with you. Like
I said, it's a cultural phenomenon. There's a lot of different factors in play. We got laws, we got rules, we got unsaid rules, we got a lot of things in play where the mindset of the woman is put at odds with what's natural.
Do you believe that all adults have sexual needs?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Should lonely men be expected to satisfy their sexual needs watching porn?
Yeah.
If so, why would men still crave sex when porn is free and available all over the internet?
Because everybody needs a physical touch.
Because there's a difference between physical act and
because sex is different than watching a video and like touching yourself. Like there's a difference.
Just like the difference between masturbation and actual sex.
Yeah.
So don't you think that those men are actually craving intimacy?
Yeah. At the end of the day, yeah.
What do women value more, love or power?
For me personally, love.
Love as well.
It seems to me like women value power these days.
Women value love way more than power.
If all the men in the world were gay, how would women get power?
Uh-oh.
What?
Got him.
Yeah.
Got
I
him.
never thought about it, to
Got
be
him.
honest. And
Gotcha, bitch.
Got him.
If all men in the world were gay, how would women get power?
They would get really good at
goddamn.
Gotcha, bitch. Succeeding in other things in life, there's so much more than just sexual elements. So through their work, their business, their jobs, their own career path and goals.
Can we agree that women get their power by manipulating straight men?
Yeah, a lot of the time, yes.
Don't women get power by using sex as a weapon against men?
Yeah, I do.
Don't women have power because men give it to them?
Yes, absolutely.
So aren't women biting the hand that feeds them?
Yes, all the time.
Gotcha,
I'm
bitch.
with it.
So why is there so much talk in our society about the exploitation of women, but we don't talk about this exploitation of men?
I
Suck
think that
nigga to the
men
end, tell a
have
friend,
so
bitch.
many advantages.
Miranda tweets, I've had trust issues since Jack in the Box discontinued French toast sticks. We'll open that circle of trust again, Miranda, because my French toast sticks are back in 3 or 6 pieces. But then they'll be gone again. It's a pattern. French toast sticks are back starting at $2.
Advantages at life already that we just like try to like snatch whatever we can. Like
They started learning how to unionize women.
What does that mean?
They've learned how to have each other's backs inside of whatever male-dominated or what they would consider chauvinistic form they're in. All we really need is to figure out how to satisfy our women and keep our men from going crazy in the meantime. Because the depression that we've had as men from falling down in front of our families is killing us.
What's the difference between today's hookup culture and the free love movement of the 1960s?
Drugs. There was a lot of heavy use of drugs very commonly, and I feel like that's not as accepted in society today.
Today's hookup culture is a result of having no consequence in mind for sex without marriage.
There you go.
How do we go from that movement to today where women need to be compensated for their time and attention? We went from free love to pay to play, transactional.
I think the culture shifted into more we're trying to like compensate for what women didn't get all this time, and it's kind of like an overload, to be honest.
We as females, we have female tax. Are you males familiar with that? Probably not, because you guys don't have male tax.
Can you educate us on that?
Yeah, so like all of our period products and stuff like that, there's actually a female tax that is written on it.
Anything that's pink, we get taxed extra on.
Yeah, there's a pink.
It's
called a pink tax.
Stop the
I think a lot of things, it doesn't particularly come down to one thing.
That's probably one of these liberal
Tinder
states.
and Hinge are really easily accessible, so I think people just have that hookup culture of, oh yeah, they're good, but we can just move on to someone else, when I think relationships, sex and love were a little bit more valued back then, because it wasn't, like, you had to work harder. You didn't have social media to look at people. You had to really invest in someone's time and meet them physically and out in person.
Why is it often said that prostitution is the world's oldest profession?
Because nothing is more valuable than the woman's genitals.
Stop the
Because
cap.
sexual pleasure is so important and it's a big part of our lives. So I think it's something that's needed by everyone.
I think women since the dawn of time have they've known that prostitution, or at least sex, is a way for them to get power.
I guess there were less forms of entertainment. These days we have so much variety and choice. We can go to a club, we can go to a casino, anywhere you want. There's so many opportunities in terms of traveling and experiencing different cultures and things like that. So back in the day, I feel like there wasn't that many exciting things. You went to work, you worked hard, you drank a lot, and you went to a brothel or a prostitution place of practice. So I feel like there were less options back then to choose from.
Prostitution, it's just, at the end of the day, it's like the last hold on of men power they can do. Like, no, you cannot sell your body.
Why is prostitution mentioned more in religious history than actual history?
That is a great question.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
I don't know. I mean, the natural assumption would be that obviously something is going on that they don't want to be brought to the light. But
Well, I think it's because women don't want men to know that prostitution is an option and that it could be a threat to their sexual power over men.
Ooh. Man, shout out to It's Complicated for coming through with the fire video called Pay to Play. Alright, so first impressions of me watching this one was definitely a good one, because this is a topic that hadn't really been discussed on this channel, at least on his channel, I should say. Yeah, he hasn't really talked about this aspect of dating and relationships on his channel, and it was interesting for him to go into detail with this one and really probe and try to get to the root of why there's these power dynamics between the genders. You know what I mean? Because we have these strategies of what we do to try to get what we want, to where we don't have to give up a lot of our leverage. But overall, it was a great video. He was asking some really interesting questions I hadn't really even haven't heard asked before. And yeah, he had me using my sound effects a lot, man. It was definitely a great collection of interviews. A lot of objective reasoning. You know, people not attributing the questions to themselves and saying, well, I'm not like that and I don't do this and I don't do that. They're just answering the question based on how it's presented, and they're not inserting themselves into it. So it's always refreshing to watch your interviews, to see how you think, to see how you pose questions, and in return, get the priceless reactions from the people. So, I mean, you're always out here doing the Lord's work, man. And I got to give you another shout out, bro. And with that being said, that's pretty much my reaction, man. So if you like the video, go ahead and give this video a like. Share with a couple of your friends. Make sure you follow me on all my social media sites. And if you got something specific, go ahead and drop it in that comment section, man. It's your boy AnonymousBased. Peace.